did you come from?
It's all clear. Now.
Pretty good at using your weapon with both hands. Then again, I heard you only like handling big weapons.
A carriage is the safest way to travel. It's an old city, I can tell you. It's not the friendliest place. The Argonians can't even live inside the walls. They're all stuck out on the docks. Still, Candlehearth Hall's got decent food and cheap bunks. Where do you want to go? Climb back and we'll be off. Get up there. Couldn't ask for better weather.
Let's move faster. The sun is... It's not great for my skin.
You'd have me do what? Join the college and rant about casting spells all day?
Don't just walk away from me. Where do you think you're going?
To the inn for a drink, of course. Where else could I even go in this god's forsaken town?
And what? You think that solve all your problems?
Probably worth a try. You ask me, not enough of Winterhold fell off into the sea.
I'm sorry, could you describe the...
Unless you're bringing me another round, you can just keep walking.
And then exploded.
The mages don't let
What
us
did
go
you do?
into college. They
It was
said
a
it's
minor
not safe in there.
miscalculation. I've already corrected it for future experiments.
This is why people have a problem with your college, Nelagar. Come on in. We got warm food, warm drinks, and warm beds. If there's anything you need, just let me know. Here, take a look at this. Some of the Jarl's men came by and left. People say there's someone in Riften that can change your face. Make you look completely different. That's right. College of Winterhold, just north of town. Hard to miss. I'm afraid there's not. You can talk to Beer. Most of the business we get is from folks here to visit the college. But even that's dried up some.
I don't deal with any college... No. I left Winterhold for some time, and returned to stay here at the inn. I still have research that keeps me busy, and being here in Winterhold ensures I have access to former colleagues.
Just say the word if you need it. You mean the... Suppose it's the same answer either way. Winterhold's fallen on hard times, to say the least. A few of us are either too stubborn or too crazy to go, so we do our best to make a... It's not much. Very little money passes through Winterhold anymore. But if there's one thing you can count on, it's folks needing a drink now and then.
The mages don't let us
Unless
go
you're
into
bringing
college.
me another round.
They said it's
Got
not
any
safe.
ale or mead? Until next time. My favorite drinking buddy. Let's get some mead.
Aster says his paw
All
says
right,
the
then.
college makes lots of bad things happen. The maid
As if Skyrim didn't have enough outsiders. Now we've got mercenaries from Hammerfest. I do what's necessary so we can get by. Have to, since I can't count on my brother for anything. Wasn't by choice. Options were in without the coin to pack up and leave, I decided to take to trading.
Can I help you?
What's your business here in Winterhold? Not that it matters anymore. No one bothers coming to Winterhold for any other reason. I do. And if you count yourself among their numbers, then there's nothing left of Winter. Everyone knows it's the college's fault that the sea swallowed it. Still, they deny it. But we all know the truth. Winterhold has lost much of its history. I've heard rumors of the rest place of the helm of Winterhold. The Hansa was in line to be High King. Good. I'll have a sum of gold waiting for return. Come back as soon as you have the helm.
You know any true sons and daughters of Skyrim, tell them to head to Windhelm. Ulfric Stormcloak wants to see them. All right then.
You need something? Yes, but when I was here, it wasn't so crumbly. This used to be a city. I wonder what happened here.
Staying out of trouble, kids.
I'm no fan of the sun. It would be better than this.
Cross the bridge at your... The way is dangerous, and the gate will not open. You shall not gain entry. I am here to assist those seeking... And if, in the process, my presence helps to deter those... The more important question is, why are you here? Perhaps. But what is it you expect to find within? Huh. Humor is often in short supply here. But I sense that perhaps you're after more than just that. It would seem that the college has what you seek. Not just anyone is allowed in... A small test, if you will. No, I'm afraid I don't know anything of the sort. Excellent. The Mage Light spell is useful to any mage, not just those specializing in alteration. Can you cast one on the seal on the ground? No? Well, if you think you're capable of it, then I'd be happy to provide it to you for a mere 30 gold. Or you can try your luck with one of the court wizards around... Here you are.
Let's
Now
get
I'm anxious to
indoors.
see you cast
Or
it.
in a cave. Anywhere, just out of this.
The college is an asset to Skyrim. Even if it goes unnoticed or unappreciated. Winterhold's glory days may lie behind it. Well done indeed. I think you'll be I'll lead you across the bridge. Once you're inside, you'll want to speak with Mirabelle Irvine, our master wizard. Please, follow me.
This must be that beautiful Skyrim weather I've always heard about.
I wonder if that grumpy old orc who works here has a copy of the last Argonian made. Do you think I should ask him to see his reaction?
You are new here, are you not? We have not spoken. Then I am quite but I do... Are we clear? Not all. Some risks must be taken to be sure. We also must make an effort to avoid worsening what Skyrim thinks of us. All right then.
I believe I've made myself rather clear.
Yes, of course. I'm simply trying to understand the reasoning behind the decision.
You may be used to the Empire bowing to your every whim, but I'm afraid you'll find that Balnor received no such treatment here. You are a guest of the college, here at the pleasure of the Archmage. I hope you appreciate the opportunity.
Yes. The Archmage has my thanks.
Very good. Then we're done here. Welcome to the another new student. Well, first I'll give you a brief tour, and then we'll get you to your first class. Wonderful. Please follow me, and don't wander off. The College of Winterhold has been a fixture in Skyrim for thousands of years. The prominent feature here is the Hall of the Elements. It's our primary location for lectures, practice sessions, and general meetings. The Arcanium is located above the hall, and the Archmage's quarters above that. While technically in charge of the college, the Archmage's responsibilities often him occupied. Thus, I run the day-to-day operations. Now, if you'll please follow me, I'll show you the living quarters. Unfortunately, we've had to implement more stringent entry procedures due to some problems with the local norms. We don't anticipate any real violence, but it never hurts to be prepared.
People think of wood elves. They usually think of trees, but I'm a little too to say what comes to
Our
mind.
newest members are housed here, in the Hall of Attainment. I'll ask that you please keep your voice down while inside, as others may be working on research or delicate experiments. Now I'll show you to your quarters. You're going to be sharing space with your fellow apprentices, who you'll meet shortly. After I finish showing you the grounds, we can talk. This is where you'll be staying. This bed and desk are yours. Please try and be considerate of others. Now, let's go back to the Hall of the Elements, where most of the members gather for lectures and study sessions. Initially, you'll be learning from Tolfdir, one of our most esteemed wizards. Tolfdir is likely already addressing the new apprentices. Go on in, and if you have any problems, let one of our senior members know.
Welcome. We were just beginning. Please, stay and listen. So, as I was saying, the first thing to understand is that magic is, by its very
Enchanting
nature,
services
volatile
are one of the few things that keep us in touch with the rest of Skyrim.
People think women are vain for trying to look good.
Sir, I think we all
Just
understand
because
that
men are
fairly
lazy
well.
and don't
We
even
wouldn't
bother
be here if
having
we
a
couldn't
wash
control magic.
doesn't mean we are vain.
Of course, my dear, of course. You all certainly possess some inherent natural ability. That much is not being questioned. What I'm talking about is true control, mastery of magic. It takes years, if not decades, of practice and study.
And what are we waiting for? Let's get started.
Please, please. This is exactly what I'm talking about. Eagerness must be tempered with caution, or else disaster is inevitable.
But we've only just arrived here. You've no idea what any of us are capable of. Why not give us a chance to show you what we can do?
You've been quiet so far. What do you think we should do? Is that so?
See, she agrees with us too. Why don't you actually show us something?
All right, settle down. I suppose we can try something practical. In continuing with our theme of safety, we'll start with wards. Wards are protective spells that block magic. I'll teach you all a ward, and we'll see if you can successfully use it to block spells, all right? Would you mind helping me with the demonstration? That's all right. I can teach you a very basic ward. Now, if you'll just stand right over there, I'll cast a spell at you, and you block it with the ward. Would you mind helping me with the demonstration? Are you at all familiar with ward spells? Well, then this should... Now, if you just stand... Right over there, I'll cast a spell at you, and you block it with the ward. Here we go. Over there, please, just opposite me. Wouldn't want anyone else in the way. Now, cast the ward spell, and keep it up. Have to keep your ward up, or else it won't work. I don't want to hurt you. Over there, please, just opposite me. Wouldn't want anyone else in the way. Now, cast the ward spell, and keep it up. Hold still. Excellent work. Well, I think this is an excellent start. I'd like you all to continue practicing. Words, please. I think perhaps we're ready to exploring some of the various applications of magic throughout history. The college has undertaken a fascinating excavation in the ruins of Sarthor nearby. It's an excellent learning opportunity. I suggest we meet there in a few hours and see... Huh? Good to see Skyrim still has such fine... You give an old man hope.
I have been told that I have one of the nicest voices in Skyrim, or even Tamriel for that matter. I must say I am inclined to agree.
I have many important things on my mind. Your concerns are not among them.
I don't... You are now in the Arcanium, of which I disrupt my Arcanium. Now, do you require assistance? moth priest? What in Oblivion do you need a moth priest for? Fine, fine. No need to get your britch. The obvious answer is to go to the Imperial City. The moth priests make their home in the White Gold Tower. Sometimes they go out looking for Elder Scrolls. Lucky for you, there's a moth priest in Skyrim. He stopped in to do some research in the library, then left for Dragonbridge. If you hurry, you might catch him there. Hundreds of years have gone into assembling this collection. It's going to stay pristine. You need a book? You talk to me. If you're feeling adventurous, I'm always looking for someone to procure Well, all right, here. I scribbled down the last place I'd... A mage is only as good as what he knows. We've been keeping this collection since the Second Era. Books have come and gone during that time, but it's mostly intact. Of course, mages need to be reminded to be careful around research. Please make sure your hands are clean before touching anything, all right? As a matter of fact, immensely, he hold him since I've heard whispers of more of his work having turned up. If you can track it down, it may prove useful to all of us.
It's not often I say this, but I feel sorry for the woman that runs the shop here. I mean, there are no guys here at all, unless you count the strange elves in the tavern, which I certainly don't.